Panda MMA, bringing punches with the news. Fight breakdowns, every move you don't want to lose. Catch the latest scoop, like a hook to the chin.
This is Panda MMA News. And now, here are your hosts, Richard and Taylor.
What's up, everybody? I'm Daddy Panda MMA News, a.k.a. Richard, a.k.a. your future stepdad, a.k.a. maybe the guy looking outside your window.
AKA the guy that you got to watch out for when you drop your kids off at school. What's up, everybody?
Hey, the beard's coming back, bitch.
Guys, Big Poppy is in the house.
We have Big Sloppy, a.k.a. Taylor, a.k.a. the other guy. And guys,
AKA the biggest Poppy.
Guys, we have something very special for you guys today. We have 0 interviews. Yeah, that's right. You just get fucking Daddy and Sloppy. That's right. We're getting fucking sloppy with it. Let's go. Let's fucking go. Oh, stop, dude.
Yeah.
Well, hey, let's just acknowledge one thing, though, before we go any further, and that is
Sean O'Malley is that thing.
he is that thing, guys.
Until he wasn't.
Whether he's a disappointment or something, he's that thing.
Sean O'Malley is that thing until he's got to fight that thing, and then that thing just took over his
Yeah,
thing.
until that thing fucks his wife, and then and here we are. Here we are, guys.
All right.
Oh, wrong one. There we go.
Speaking of Avengers, I just watched the Deadpool with Wolverine.
Oh, how was that?
Oh my god,
Dude, that very beginning when he's singing using Wolverine's bones.
Yeah, beating the shit out of those fucking guys.
I am Marvel Jesus.
I love how he takes the arm and then strokes it and a little blood squirts out at the end of it. That shit was fucking hilarious, dude. Definitely rated R. Definitely shouldn't have brought kids when we went and watched it.
Oh, I just want to let you guys know this episode is sponsored by Bounty.
Only because you might shit yourself by the end of this. And
No,
you need a
no,
Swiffer pick her up.
I just think it's funnier. Like having a sponsor is cool, but I think it's funnier if we're not sponsored by these companies and we just say we are.
Hey guys, just so you're aware, this one's being sponsored by Tampax.
Yes, by Tampax. Wait, did I? Oh shit! Now you're upside down.
Hey,
Oh fuck!
hey, same, but different.
Fuck me to tears. I did not mean to do that. Okay, now you're better. I'm trying to unmirror.
I feel like Jack Johnson right now.
I am Jack Johnson. I'm the Jacktus Johnson. The Johnson that has not, Okay. I'm just trying to deter while I find the effect to reverse your camera because your camera is not in the right way, man. It's really. Oh wait. There we go. Whoa. Now you're even gayer. I didn't think that was possible, but here we are. Anyways, guys. All right.
I'm more like a school counselor. I'm just here for it.
Aside from you guys just getting Daddy and my friend over here, sloppy fuck, well,
AKA the zookeeper,
AKA the fag. But what we do have, guys, I gotta stop saying that because I'm so used to saying what we do have. Let's go through this UFC card. UFC Paris, Moicano versus Saint Denis. Moicano needs money. So we're gonna go through every fight on the card, but we're only gonna hit a few on the prelims in detail, and we'll hit probably the full main card in detail.
All
So
right, squirt one out, bro.
First fight of the night was Chris Duncan versus Balahi Oki.
Looks like Chris dunked him.
Yeah, Chris dunked him all right. That was quite the Duncan. Submission round 1 at 3 minutes and 34 seconds into the round. The next fight on the card is Jacqueline Cavalcante versus Nora Canole.
Give me a cafecito and a cannoli.
So the only I'm going to touch on this one is
not your kids.
Dude, the beard's back, so settle down with that. I'm not sure what the guy Brandon something. He's one of the announcers. He said that Cornolhe should have won this. He's an idiot. That's all I got to say on that. Next fight is Daniel Berhea versus Victor Altamirano. Decision round 3. Yeah, not much to say about that. The next one we are going to cover a little bit in detail. Ailin Perez out of the Goat Shed, also owned by the guy who owns Karate Combat. She fought Daria. Lesnikova. I think that was actually right. Lesnikova.
The whole entire time the announcers were saying it, I thought I was hearing a lesbian,
But he wasn't.
but I wasn't. But it seemed right at the time. So go on, man. You got some insight on this that you can only share.
Yeah. There we go. We're not plugged in all the way. That was the problem. So Ailin Perez, she was a half pound overweight, I believe. She put on a video, and
I know why.
We all know why. I'll put it in the I'll put the video on here. So my hand movement is just to let me know in editing to put it here. There's a video of her weighing in, and while she's trying to step on the scale, she's all shaky. And when she gets off, it looks like she's shaking so much, it looks like she's twerking while walking away. It was nice to see, but I heard that it's all an act. I heard that she didn't really she wasn't really that bad. But here's the thing: she came in over a half pound overweight, all in her ass and thighs. But she got a first round submission over fucking Lesbo over here, and it was the weakest. You learn the submission your first week in jiu-jitsu. It's an arm and neck triangle.
Actually, let me stop you right there. I don't think you even have to do jiu-jitsu to learn this submission. I think you just, if you have any siblings growing up, you just learn that if you just wrap the neck up with an arm involved, and then you might be able to get something out of it where they want to quit the fight.
Yeah, it's a blood choke. But yeah, so it's the easiest submission to hit. She hit it, and she didn't have the correct angle. She hit it from half guard.
Yeah, she didn't even step to the side, you guys.
Yeah, she hit it from half guard, not half guard on the right side, half guard on the opposite side, and still
she
hit.
had grips for Jesus.
Yeah, I like to have grips for Jesus on her, but anyways, on top of the submission, as soon as it was done, she gets up and just twerks in this bitch's face. The girl tries to move out of the way, and she follows her while still twerking in her face, and then goes and gives her a kiss on the cheek and a hug.
The real submission was pink eye.
Yeah, and I got it through the TV, man. I can tell you that much. But yeah, not much more to say on that fight. The next fight on the card is Taylor Lapilus versus Vince Moraes.
Say less, homie.
It's a decision. Pretty much almost the entire entire prelims are decisions. So decision, not going to talk about it.
I'll tell you guys this. I made the decision to just not even watch the prelims.
There you go. Umar Sy versus Zhang Dai-on. Decision. Doesn't matter. And then Ian Kutalaba versus Ivan Urslan. Decision. Surprisingly, because Ian Kutalaba, usually someone's getting knocked out, whether it's him or his opponent.
In the first round.
Yeah, so that's kind of surprising. Do you hear your mic kind of cutting out a little bit?
No.
Okay, then it's just my headphones. All right, so main card, we have first fight of the night is Fares Ziam versus Matt Frevola. These are one of the fights we gave picks for, guys. We were fucking wrong. We were wrong. Fares Ziam knocked Matt Frevola out cold. And there will be images on this video. Doing this for editing purposes. Will be images.
The dirty Frenchman.
Watch your fucking mouth. No, I'm it kind of bummed me out a little bit, but it kind of tells me that Matt Frevola's chin, I believe the last person to knock him out was BSD. I think that's who he's coming off of. Yeah, BSD knocked him out right after he knocked out Drew Dober. Poor Drew Dober. But he knocked him out at UFC 295, and that was in November. And then he comes back to get knocked out again by Fares Ziam. So I think his chin's just checked, dude. He needs to take like a year off, let that chin recover, because he keeps coming back. He's just fucking that chin up, dude. If Volkanovski can take a year off, you can too, Matt Frevola. I promise you.
He looked good in the first round, but just after that, he just left too many openings. Every time he'd go in, like he would get just a little bit overextended, and what the problem was that I saw was he'd throw his combinations, but then he'd hang out there in the pocket, and he was right there to catch the return, all the counter punches. So Ziam's a phenomenal counter fighter. I didn't know that about him until I watched this fight, and then I was like, wait a minute, who the hell is this guy? When watched some of his other fights,
those knees.
Oh, just all of it, man. He opened up an absolute clinic. He looked phenomenal. I didn't know. So sorry, guys. I've been willing to admit when I'm wrong and when I haven't done enough homework on somebody. But I'll tell you this: he forced me to do some homework, and and now I can tell you, he's crisp. He's like a fucking Pepsi at a Taco Bell, man. He's just crisp. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Taco Bell, guys.
That's not Taco Bell in his cup. That's a mixed drink.
It's Taco Bell.
The real crispness is actually the drinks at McDonald's because they used a purified water system.
No, but Pepsi and Taco Bell.
Yeah, but Pepsi's kind of dog shit. Coke at McDonald's, though.
No, but Pepsi is actually superior to Coke.
No, it's actually not. Look at the sales. Okay, we're gonna stop right there. Yeah. Anyways,
if we're talking about flavor, we're talking about Pepsi.
We're talking about flavor. Coke wins. Pepsi's shit.
I guarantee you, if we did a blind taste test, you would say different.
I guarantee you, I won it. I know the taste of Pepsi. My grandma made me drink it growing up. I fucking hate Pepsi. Pepsi sucks.
I love Diet.
Shout out Pepsi if you want to sponsor us. I'll love it.
Specifically, Diet Pepsi, guys.
Ew.
You want to talk about grandmas? My grandma always had 30 packs of Diet Pepsi. And so growing up, it was always about the Diet Pepsi. And you know what? Hey, it's fucking good. Get you some.
That's fucking gross. My sound keeps cutting out.
Shit your pants delicious.
My sound keeps cutting out my headphones. But the next fight on the card, guys, is Morgan Charriere, the last pirate, versus Gabriel Miranda. This ended in a KO in the second round. I actually believe we picked Charriere, if I remember correctly.
No, we picked Miranda.
Are you positive about that?
I am positive.
I'm not positive about that, but I think we picked Charriere. I think you might be wrong. But anyways, into the KO. This is actually, guys, main card, one of the best main cards there is. I mean, almost this entire fucking card is KOs. There's 2 fights that went to decision. But we're not gonna stick too long on Charriere. We're gonna move on to the next fight. This is Bryan Battle, the fucking man, versus Kevin Jousset. Bryan Battle, guys, you're going to see him on our show here soon. Our friend of the show, Keith Richardson, trains with Bryan Battle. He said he's going to hook us up with him. So we're going to get Bryan Battle. He is DMX on the mic, but he's Max Holloway on the feet. I don't know who he is on the ground. We haven't really got to experience that too much yet, but I'm sure there's a fighter we can compare him to. But damn, did he look like Max Holloway, dude. He had Kevin Jousset the entire time backing up. And Kevin Jousset was throwing the harder punches, but Bryan Battle was just overwhelming with the fucking, with the pressure, with the volume, with everything, dude. And even though, like, the announcers, if you listen to the announcers, they kept saying, oh, Bryan Battle, he doesn't hit that hard, blah, blah, blah. Bryan Battle TKO'd this motherfucker. So props to Bryan Battle. Big fan. Been a big fan for a while, but this just made me a bigger fan, especially when you got off the mic and you start flipping off the French crowd because they're booing you. Fuck them. You know? Fuck them. Fuck me. You know? I say that because I'm French, not because I'm gay, but
hey, I picked up on this because I'm wondering if anybody else noticed this too. And this might be in my own head here, but me and my wife, we love to travel, and we spent some time in Italy, and we also asking people about France because it's pretty close in proximity. We're like, hey, you know, because we want to go check it out. They're like, hey, just so you know, the French people in France, they're fucking assholes. And they especially hate Americans. They don't like you speaking English. And I'm going, at the end of that fight, I'm going, did Bryan just get so pissed off being out there and like being treated like a piece of shit because he spoke English that when he fucking handled their boy, he just flips off the crowd and he's like, now what, motherfuckers? Yeah, I got you. Suck my dick.
You know, actually kind of funny story. Shout out my friend Tatiana from Pretty Girls Don't Talk. I think I got that right. She has a YouTube channel, but she went to Italy and then she went to France immediately after. She said France was a complete dump. She said, like, they call it the city of love. Incorrect. Complete dump. The food's whatever. Yeah, I especially from her, I heard a lot of not so good things about France. And if you watch the movie Taken, I mean, that was based in France, guys. That was based in France.
Think about it.
Think about it. Girls Alone. Here comes a bunch of a word I'm not going to say on YouTube, otherwise I'm going to get kicked off. But here they come.
Think about it.
Here they come and they kidnap them. And yeah, that's that. But let's move on to the next fight. We have William Gomis versus Joanderson Brito. I'm going to put in the video a picture of what I'm about to talk about. So,
Dude, that was nasty the way that ended.
yeah, but so you might not have seen this. At the face-offs, Burrito, like he went to shake Williams' hand, and right when William went to shake his hand, he tried to yank his arm out of socket. And then he was like, "Oh yeah, it's all good." And then he tried to do another dirty move. I forgot what it was, but I'll put it here in the video. Tried to do another dirty move to him at the weigh-ins. So he tried to like cripple him at the weigh-ins before the fight even happened. And I think that's why William Gomis, like Brito was kind of getting the better on the feet exchanges. That's why William Gomis started like really initiating that cage work and everything.
Well, Burrito was, dude, when he would throw, he threw fucking everything, dude.
Yeah.
Everything he had, he threw into those punches.
Yeah. So I think that's why William was really initiating that cage work. Not a lot to go on here. This is a decision, so we're not going to stick here too long.
It was a good fight, though. I mean, shit, man. I was impressed by Brito's, not burrito, guys. It's Brito. But Burrito's gas
Sounds
tank,
so good,
right? Guys, we will be going to a taco truck shortly. So
Shout out Flacas.
Flocka, flame.
Flacca, taco.
But anywho, yeah, his gas tank was really damn good. I mean, it was a lot of mixing it up. There was a lot of grappling happened there. There was a lot of him just fucking throwing everything he had in every single punch, which you got to know that's exhausting. And he didn't connect on every single one of those punches either. So you're throwing full on at air, you know. So I was impressed by that, but he didn't win. Ultimately, he wasn't the better man that night. But you know, hey, you can always hang out with Ian, and he could be the better man any night.
Hey, every cuck has his day. But the next fight on the card, guys, we have Imavov versus Brendan Allen. This is actually, I think, the only fight in the card where we differed on picks. I picked Brendan Allen. He picked Imavov. It went to decision. It was actually a boring fight. But let's get into a little backstory here. If you guys follow MMA Guru or Brendan Allen, he posted on his social media. After he weighed in, well, he's completely dehydrated, has nothing in his system. The French Commission made him and Moicano stay 3 hours after the weigh-in to piss. They're completely dry. They just weighed in. They have no moisture in their body. So they had to sit there and just wait until they finally had to pee. That could have fucked up the rehydration because rehydration is a science. I mean, like if you don't do it just right, it's going to fuck your performance up. And I think that had a play in here because Brendan Allen on the feet, he was winning a lot of the exchanges. There's even a photo that I can bring up right now. Go ahead and talk about this a little bit while I pull this up.
Well, first and foremost, guys, don't ever second guess Big Papi.
You only won because of some bullshit.
Call it what you will.
I've won most of these bouts we picked, so let's be real here.
Hey, Moicano was under the same circumstance.
Okay.
And he won.
Brandon Allen was winning most of the exchanges on the feet, but he was initiating the takedown. I think that came down to the rehydration. I think the feet exchanges were really tiring him out, so he was trying to clinch him against the cage, trying to regain composure, and just ultimately lost the decision. It's not the biggest setback. I don't know if you saw DDP's tweet back. I'll post it here. Post it right here. Doing this for editing. Post it right here. DDP tweeted out saying, "Hey, Brennan, sorry about your luck. JK, you totally suck." And Brendan Allen turned around and was like, "Hey, man, we can't all get an easy route to the title. And ultimately, at the end of the day, I'd fuck you up." Don't know if that's true. I think DDP would handle him, but neither here nor there. Let's move on to the last fight on the card, guys. We have Renato Moicano versus Benoit Saint Denis. Moicano needs money. He needs fucking money. Because guess what, guys? Unlike Sean O'Malley is that thing. Moicano is that thing. The boogeyman, BSD, the guy everybody's pretty much scared of in lightweight.
Hey, we glazed his knuckles too. We can't say we didn't.
No, I know. That's why I'm like really making a big deal out of this. We glazed his knuckles. We picked BSD to win. But Moicano, dude, first round, made BSD look like a white belt. Held him down, split open his eye, split open his face, made BSD really not want to be there. And you could tell, dude, in between rounds, BSD was like, dude, fuck this. I don't want to be here. Not about this life. And then ultimately in round two, literally at the bell. I mean, he got TKO'd. Fun fight, dude. That was a fun fight. Dude, UFC Paris, I think this was the third event in Paris so far. This whole card, honestly, was at least the main card, banger, dude. Banger. Better than the Sphere, at least on paper.
How is Ciryl not on this card?
Because Ciryl Gane is fighting in, I think it's it's 310. It's in Vegas. He's fighting Volkov for the second time.
I'm just saying that's a massive missed opportunity.
Well, I think what they're trying to do is because obviously John Jones fights Stipe in November, and they're both going to retire. So that's going to leave Aspinall to assume the championship. In December, you're going to have Gane versus Volkov, and that's going to give Aspinall his first title defense. We've already seen him fight Volkov. That was round 1 submission. We don't really need to see that one again. Ciryl Gane and Aspinall, though, that's a fun fight. I think Aspinall beats him in every aspect of mixed martial arts, on the feet, on the ground, cage grappling, anything you want to throw at him. I think Aspinall is better than him. Ciryl Gane might be slicker, getting in and out, but Aspinall, I think, is faster. He has the slicker boxing. Ciryl Gane really just has kicks on Aspinall. I think that's the only place where Ciryl Gane shines over Aspinall. And judging by what John Jones did to Ciryl Gane, I want to see what Aspinall does to Ciryl Gane, dude. Because I think John Jones gets fucking dominated from pillar to post by Aspinall. So I would love to see the game plan and how Aspinall approaches that fight. Is Aspinall going for the quick finish? Hey, I know Ciryl Gane doesn't have a ground game. Let's take his ass down. Let's submit him. Or is he trying to put on a show? Let's give the people what they want. Let's fight on the feet, and I'll knock you out there.
Well, he's definitely rolling the dice if he stands up with Ciryl Gane because, like you said, he is the slicker fighter, and God, he's awesome to watch. If he gets in rhythm, man, and you let him just do his thing like he does, where he's just fluent and comfortable in there, he's a really fucking terrifying man to be in a cage with. But the thing is, the minute that Aspinall doesn't like what's happening on the feet,
he has an option.
He always has that option to take him to the ground, and there's no doubt in my mind that Aspinall takes him down and has his way with him. Yep. I have zero confidence in Ciryl Gane the minute he gets wrapped up.
Yeah, me too. And overall, guys, fantastic card. We're going to take a break here. It won't be a break for you guys. It'll be a break for us, though, because we are having some sound issues. I'm now noticing on the sound thing, his mic is cutting out. So we are going to assess this. We're going to come back to current events. We're going to close out this episode. And Thursdays for you guys, Thursday's episode, we are going to give our picks for 307, detailed picks. And so we'll be right back, guys. And just like that, guys, we are back. We're going to hop into these current events. So let's start off with the first one. Let me share my screen here. Second.
Right,
Right, her. Screen share. And right here. Okay. So 4 bonuses were handed out at UFC Paris. Let's go through these bonuses real quick. Chris Duncan, Ferris Ziam, Bryan Battle, and Morgan Charriere all earned an extra $50K. Duncan, he kicked off the card with an odd finish as he and the ref were both surprised. Balaji Oki was asleep from his guillotine submission, which actually now I remember he threw, I think it was like one upper elbow and it released from the guillotine. And he saw him slump over and he looked at the ref like, hey, we going to stop this shit? And the ref just started going,
dude, I didn't even catch that. Was that a prelim fight?
Yeah, that was prelim. The next one was handed out to Ziam. It was a more definitive with his win, knocking out Matt Frevola with a vicious knee in the 3rd round, which was on the main card. So he got performance. Duncan got performance. Charriere got knockout. That was performance. And Battle was performance. Who was fight of the night, though? Was there not a fight? Maybe there wasn't a fight of the night. Okay. Well, it doesn't matter. So that's that one. Let's move into this one. This one I don't really need to share my screen for. Kayla Harrison is fighting on the same card as Juliana Pena. It's actually this upcoming weekend. She's fighting Raquel Pennington. Kayla Harrison said that she is preparing as the backup for the co-main event and is ready to step in on 30-second notice. So she's on the same card. I believe she's on the main card also. Whether she steps in or not, the winner is going to be Kayla Harrison at the end of the day. Because let's face it, I think she dominates Raquel and Juliana Pena.
Dude, 100%. She's too much man for that division. Not only is she strong, but you guys saw her toss fucking Alex Charriere, right? Like, you saw that happen. And although they were just training, I mean, that's a lot of strength for a woman to be able to generate that kind of power to throw a man that size like that. Dude, I've been watching her since PFL. I've been saying, oh my God, I'd love to see how she stacks up against Amanda Nunes and some of these women. But, you guys, how badass is that? She's like, actually, I know I've already got to fight that night, but hey, if something fucks up with that one, I will ditch this bitch in a heartbeat and I'll go fight. Give me 30 fucking seconds. I'm in. I don't care. She's not tripping.
Well, my bad, sorry.
She ain't tripping, guys. She ain't tripping until she's tripping you and she's got a fucking elbow in your mouth.
Yeah, and that has to do with the fact that she's fighting the same night, the same weight class, so she's already beyond weight. So, I mean, in reality, Juliana Pena has no right to be fighting for this belt. Juliana Pena hasn't fought since she got completely fucking dominated by Amanda Nunes. And then the Amanda Nunes fights was sitting cage side just crying like a little bitch. Dude, I hate Juliana so much. I almost hope she does beat Raquel Pennington because I want to see what Kayla Harrison does to her. I hate Juliana so much. I saw, actually, there's a comment. I'll show you guys. It's on Instagram. So
I see Pena getting put in a fucking crucifix by Harrison and just feeding her those fucking elbows, you guys, like she's her little baby and she's nursing.
Yeah, so somebody commented on this post. It was about Ailin Perez. She said Ailin Perez is probably his most disliked fighter. So I commented, I put, that's a tough take when Juliana Pena is still running around out there. Nobody likes this bitch, dude. Fuck Juliana Pena. Fuck her face. Just get her out of the UFC, please. Get her out. I'm tired of hearing her fucking voice. Her voice, dude, it makes me want to like change my name to Kyle, chug Monster Energy, and just punch my fucking sheetrock. I hate this bitch.
A great fight for her would be a classic bag over her face.
Yeah, trying to fight for air. I would pay to see that, man. I hope that the bag wins there.
That's a pay-per-view event.
Yeah, it is. But let's get into the next thing, guys. We have, so, little backstory. Conor McGregor did a live stream over the weekend, and he was drunk and high the entire time.
Kind of like us.
Yeah, but Conor's was a lot funnier.
He's the mystic man, you know. We're just trying to do our thing, but this guy,
he's the mystic cuck.
He could be a panda.
He is the mystic cuck. But let's get into this video. Jake Paul released a video of him mocking Conor McGregor. Yep, that's it. Okay, so here we go.
Talk on Tyson, Jake Paul. Who gives a bullet? Nobody gives a bullet. No one gives a fuck about him. Nobody gives a fuck about that lad. We hope we reconcile it. Don't. I hope Tyson. Rock that lad. How was that even in the fucking Dallas Stadium? How the fuck did they even get a stadium? This is Mike Tyson Kush, yes. This is Tyson Weed. Tyson Weed. There's no one doing it like me. Nobody. I'm still the fucking king of this shit, right? I'm the king of this shit, right?
Dude, guys, Mike Tyson weed is actually hella good. I just smoked it the other weekend for the last pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Chef's kiss.
Fucking Jake Paul having powder all over his nose.
Dude, he got the angles right and everything, too. He's such a fucking asshole for that. He did it so perfect.
Yeah, he did that pretty perfect. But let's get into the next one, guys.
He don't even have the bollocks for that.
So this is a tweet span from Merab. Merab released a tweet saying, I hear O'Malley thinks he won the fight and is looking for a rematch. If he wants it, he can have it. Let's do it November 16th at the Garden, and then I'll defend the title against whoever the UFC wants me to fight next. What do you think? So he was getting some shit for this. O'Malley actually commented saying, getting surgery October 3rd, fought you with one hip and still beat you round 1, 3, and 5. I'm the champ. Fight Umar, which is hilarious. His name's Umar. And then Merab, I'll share my screen for this. Merab posted a message from O'Malley asking him to push for this fight. So I think what O'Malley did is just like, let's make Merab look like an idiot. Let's make him push for the rematch, and I'll be like, nah, dude, you're stupid. I got surgery.
Dude, if that's real, that's
Brilliant.
shallow, bro. No, I wouldn't even call that brilliant, dude, because it's like, bro, that's a message you're going to get aired out. Hey, push for the rematch. And then he's like, hey, man, Sean, you know what? A lot of people are saying you want blah, 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 blah. Let's fight again. He's like, hey, man, actually, I'm getting surgery October. But you know what? You're a little shit anyways. Like, I beat you with a fucked up hip. You know, you guys want to know what I hate about that? I was so curious to see what Sean said at the end of that fight, you know, because he just dipped out. He didn't do the post-fight press conference. So I had to hear it from his podcast. He said himself he was healthy, mentally prepared, easiest weight cut. The moment wasn't too big, and he was ready for it. No excuses. It just didn't happen. But now the excuses are coming out, and I don't necessarily jive with that because it's like, dude, just stick to your guns, take it, eat that humble pie, and come back and be better. If it was your hip and you didn't want to talk about it, leave it at that. But the way you're going about it, dude, you're losing me as a fan. I don't like that shit.
I agree. But also it's fucking hilarious. Hey, push for the rematch. Dude, what are you talking about, bitch? I get surgery. But this next tweet from Merab was pretty funny. He tweeted, I smacked Peter Yan's ass like a bitch. I carried Henry Cejudo like a baby. I kissed Sean O'Malley like his daddy, but I will simply smash Umar if the UFC puts him in front of me next. That's cold words coming from a guy who's trying to duck Umar in every fucking nook and cranny possible.
Yeah, dude, you're treating that fight like it's fucking limbo or something, and they're just lowering the bar on him. He's like, you know what? I'll still show you how low I can go. I'll go so low, I'll dodge Umar as a fight completely. He would rather take Sean again because he feels like he just dominated that fight. He'd rather take that again and extend his ability to defend the belt rather than fight Umar. And that just goes to show it because everybody's saying, well, you're not going to beat Umar. But here he fucking is, right? Saying all this shit. He don't want it, dude. Every time the name gets brought up, you can see him. He's got the fear of God in his eyes.
Well, anybody that comes from that village where they share the same sheep, I don't blame them for not wanting to fight them, dude. There's something freakish about the power of a sheep fucker, and clearly it ripples through the space. But let's get into this tweet. This was just tweeted almost an hour and a half ago by Merab today, September 29th on a Sunday. So I'll read it along with you guys. It reads, Umar, now not only are you disrespectful, you are a liar. If UFC offered you to fight with me 2 times, show the fans the contract and the dates. They offered me to fight you right after I beat Peter Yan with a broken hand in 6 weeks. I accepted the fight verbally, even though I was number 1 contender and you were number 13. And even with a broken hand. Ultimately, the doctor said no to this, and I had surgery. So let's see the contract of the second offering. So if the UFC is giving you the title defense, what the fuck are you talking trash and with disrespect? I am done with you now because you keep lying. You lost my respect as a man and a martial artist. I will wait to hear from the UFC. So even right there, he's trying to dismiss Umar. He's like, no, I'm done with you, dude. I'm so done with you. In reality, he's done with the idea of even the thought of fighting Umar because he's fucking terrified, dude. Georgians are terrified of Dagestani, that fuck sheep.
And he's getting dealed and feed in the village with a lot of hay and goat milk being happened here. And it's not just goat milk, you guys. It's Nurmagomedov milk as well. And you gotta understand, that's a hybrid type milk. Only the highest of the altitudes of that area can drink that milk, and it does have steroids in it. And it is a place where you don't get tested. But hey, you know what else isn't getting tested? Merab here, because you know what? He's going to continue to dodge Umar here and dismiss it. But I think if you read between the lines, we all can see that he's actually intimidated by that matchup. Why? Because Merab only, and I mean
only has the ability to take someone down and bear hug them for fucking 5 rounds straight.
Those needed the thighs, though. Those were critical shots.
Yeah. I mean, he's probably does pretty critical shots with his fucking tongue and Ian's butthole, too, in the corner.
More like Aljamain's ball.
Yeah. And so you guys, don't be stupid. He doesn't want Umar. And when that does happen, remember this conversation because Panda MMA, hey, we might not get all the fights right, but we get the fights that count right every time. Every fucking time. You know what I'm saying?
Anyways, guys, that's it for this episode. Tune in Thursday. We are going to review the UFC 307 card coming up. Alex Pieta versus Khalil Roundtree, with the co-main event being Raquel Pennington versus Juliana Pena. We'll give our thoughts, expert analysts' opinion on who's going to win those fights because we're right so often. But make sure you tune into that. Make sure you like this video. Make sure you comment. Make sure you subscribe. Follow us on YouTube or on Instagram, Panda MMA News 1. Follow us on TikTok, Panda MMA News, and X, Panda MMA News. And until then, make sure you grab Granny that panda dildo and those panda tears to lube that dildo up.
And guys, if you're low on testosterone, it's actually been proven that if you just tune into Panda MMA News, it's the highest supplement for testosterone known to man. So I just want you guys to understand that you don't need to go pay all this money for supplements. You don't need to go take fucking steroids. Just tune in and subscribe and get the testosterone between those thighs, guys. Come on. Let's get out there and fucking beat some cheeks.
And go fuck yourselves.